What's up, everybody? I want to first off take time to say thank you for everybody who showed so much love on my last video, and I want to thank everybody who took time to participate in the poll when I asked if you want me to have this video to be on stress management or reprogramming mindset. So drum roll. Brrr, that wasn't a good drum roll. Anyway, today I'm going to talk to you guys about reprogramming mindset and how I reshaped my whole overall thinking and outlook on life. The first step in the way that I was able to reshape my mindset is realizing that no one was forcing me to think the way that I was. Regardless of what I had been told in the past, regardless of who told me I could or couldn't do something, once I realized that I literally was a director of the way that I think in my own life, that's when things really began to change for me. I decided to look at my situation as if it was like an overall production, kind of like a movie set and I was the actress. That's when things completely started to change for me. So in my book, Shell of a Woman, I actually have a chapter that is called Reprogramming Mindset, where I talk about this exact situation step by step. And one of the first things I had to do, in keeping in the theme of theatrics and, being a director, is I decided to choose another script. Just like any other actor in real life decides what kind of roles they want to take and what kind of roles they, want to leave there on the writing table, I decided to do the same exact thing with my life. I didn't want to be in like damsel in distress situations anymore. I didn't want to be on Broke Jones, living check to check anymore. I wanted to be in a situation where I was prosperous. So I'm going to go through a couple of steps that are in the book, and I'm going to refer back to my book so I can make sure to stay on task. So one of the first things that I had to do was figure out what kind of script that I wanted to write. What is it that I wanted to see different in my life? I had to set intentions. I had to set intentions on what I wanted, and I had to make sure that I was putting those things out there. I wanted to have more money. I wanted to be in a more loving relationship. I wanted to, be more health conscious. I wrote out exactly what it was that I wanted to see come into fruition in my life. But the second thing I did after I set my intentions, I focused on how I would feel. Like I literally just meditated on how I would feel once I got that thing. How I would feel when I finally was able to see $20,000 sitting in my savings. I focused on how I would feel, after working out, getting out of the gym. I focused on how I would feel in a loving relationship. I focused on how I would feel feeling whole. So just putting those things, kind of planting those seeds, feeling my life as if kind of I already had it, really helped my mind. My brain was starting to kind of create a thought process of me already having it. I wasn't focusing on the resistance. I was kind of leaning into that thing that I was desiring. The next thing that I did was create daily affirmations. So in addition to me feeling as if I had those things, I was constantly affirming what it was that I wanted. I was affirming that I had enough money. I was affirming that I was beautiful. I was affirming that I was healthy. I was affirming that I was loved and capable of loving. The next thing that I did was wrote out a list of goals and a timeline in which I was going to achieve the goals that were on that list. I made sure to write out the blueprint of how I was going to be able to save. As it pertains to health, I wrote out the days that I was going to go to the gym. In terms of love, I wrote down what it was I needed to work on within myself so I could naturally attract those things that I was wanting to receive. The next thing that I did, the most important thing, they're all important, but one of the important things for me, I just decided to rehearse the characteristics. I leaned into the role that I was wanting to become. I leaned into that character by putting myself in situations to where I could naturally become this person. So for instance, when it came to money management, I put myself in groups that would help me with that, credit restoration groups and money making groups and different networking events. When it came to working out, I put myself in different workout groups. Just putting yourself in situations where you're in the midst of people that are smart and on the same road as you helps your mind to feel and become that thing. So in terms of reprogramming my mindset, I completely rebooted everything that I was taught, everything that I was told, and I decided to download a whole different program. So if I can do it, I know it's cliche, but you can do it too. So I have a little exercise that's in the back of this, and just for those who don't know, after each chapter, there's a little work for you guys to do here. So the first question I want you to ask yourself is, what are my intentions? And what is it that I want to experience? And the next thing I want you to ask yourself is, how will I feel once I obtain what I desire? And then the next thing is, what goals and steps will I implement in order to obtain what I desire? This is not going to just come to you. You have to begin becoming what it is that you want to attract. That's the only way that this is going to work. You can't stay in this mentality of being broke and expect to have more money come to you. It just is not gonna work. You can't stay in this situation of being this devious, mean person and expect love to come to you. You can't continue to eat unhealthy and not step foot in the gym and expect to have a bad body. It's just not gonna happen. Trust me, I know. And then again, going back to your goals, when do I plan to accomplish this goal? If you put out a firm date of when you want to get something done, you're going to have that reminder constantly going off, like, this is the day. Put it in front of you, put it on your wall, put it on your mirror, put it everywhere, put your affirmations everywhere, and join groups that can help you. Iron sharpens iron. Do not put yourself back in the same place that made you sick. Do not get around them same little friends that had you on the negative script. Join a new group of friends that will help and support you. And sometimes you have to go into isolation for a little while in order for you to be able to completely detox from that other negative frame of mind and to be able to get into a frame of mind that is positive, that is healthy, that is creative. So again, if I can do this, a person who was once stubborn and who used to put the blame on everybody except for myself, I promise you can too. And last but not least, show gratitude for the small things. Even if you're not at that $20, $30, $40, $50,000 in your account, even if you don't have love yet, even if you haven't gotten down to whatever waist size with the big booty, or if you, my guys watching, your muscles, whatever, even if you're not there yet, say thank you for the small things. Say thank you for today, because at the end of it all, today is enough. And if you're watching this video and you've watched it to the end, that shows that you're trying to be better today than you were yesterday. And that is enough. And I'm proud of you. All right, y'all. Love you. Bye. Pick up this book.